Sitting across from me now, Jean and David from Mecca Normal.
Good morning.
Hi, John.
Excellent. The microphones work.
And we work.
They're working, yes.
We work at this hour, too.
Awesome. So, Jean, I hear you've been doing some online dating.
I've been doing a little bit of that,
How's that working out for you?
Not on tour. I'm kind of taking a break while I'm on the road. There's no dating in the car, just to be clear.
That would be a great concept, though, if you start
That's a concept I'm going to just pass by.
Just while you're traveling, you hook in.
I think that's called groupies, isn't it, or some other thing.
So you've got this new album called The Observer, which is largely about this online dating.
It is, yes.
Thing. And one of the things, and I may well totally embarrass myself by asking this question, but what I like about it is there does seem to be some humor in it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, at a few of these shows, we had to stretch out that one song, Attraction is Ephemeral, just because I had to wait for the laughter to subside after most lines. So the song was like about 3 hours long.
By the way, I recommend reading The Little Prince, which is where I learned the word ephemeral from.
Is he online? You got his number? Does he have a photo on his profile? And how little is he?
Reading, not doing.
Oh, okay. There's a difference? I had a guy last night volunteer to turn my pages. Speaking of The Little Prince and the literary...
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. He was pretty young, now they mention it.
So how do you think the guys would...
And it was all guys last night. I think there's like one woman there in this place, right?
Yeah, what's with that?
And I had to have like group photos with each of them as they went out the door.
So you can put them on your profile?
So I don't know what they're going to do with them. But
what I'm wondering is how true are these stories to the extent, I mean...
How true? You mean there's variables in the truth? I thought it was just kind of like
one... it's that truthiness thing.
Truthiness.
Yeah. Well, what I mean is, like, would the guys recognize themselves if they heard these songs, do you think? Are they that...
There are no lawsuits pending, if that's what you mean. Okay, no. That didn't get a laugh for some reason.
In a song like Attraction is Ephemeral, I get the impression that you really were hoping that it would work out, even though it seemed so ridiculously doomed.
Well...
At least the way you write about it.
Yeah, it did actually go for about a couple of weeks, and it was a little bit scary because it was going okay, and then at that, there's all these different markers along the way, like there's a right off the bat, and then there's okay, this is maybe, and we'll see, and so this one did get a 2-week run on it.
And how does 2 weeks, is 2 weeks below average or above average?
Oh, that's way above average. Yeah, that's
okay.
It's a long relationship for me. I knew his last name and everything.
Wow. We're talking to Gene Smith and David Lester from Mecca Normal. David, I was wondering, so does Gene come to you with the lyrics pretty much, or is it more of a collaborative thing where you have sort of melodic ideas and she just starts rapping over it?
I guess normally I bring some music to our practices, and then Gene has some, it could be a story that she's written that she grabs or has actually written some lyrics in a form that we just basically kind of jam over in that way, I suppose you might want to call it. And Attraction is Ephemeral was one that we were just about to go in to record the album, and in a couple of weeks I came in with this new piece that I'd just come up, and I just played it to her, and then she just started singing the piece that we heard today, and it was just like that was it. And so we didn't expect that song, and so now it's like one of our favorites. But it just came like that, just very quickly.
We didn't do it again after the first time until we recorded it.
Oh, wow.
So and now after that point, we have to listen to the record and learn it the way we did it, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Were you really asking Dave if he has any veto power over what I come up with? Was that
no?
Does he have a say? And we're not a couple, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that.
I would have assumed.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it could be one of those open things, but I tended to doubt it. Yeah.
Do you know anyone who does that? Dolly Parton and are there a couple other people or what?
Not personally.
Okay.
I have met people like
Oh,
that.
yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't quite the interview ending question I was hoping for, but
All right.
I guess
Well,
I'll have to do.
I was hoping to get into some heavy feminist rhetoric right about right about now. Actually, we don't have time for that again.
We don't. Sorry. But yeah, thanks so much. I have to say to the listening audience that David and Jean came here with about 3 hours of sleep, and the cafeteria upstairs was closed. I think they had to do with a can of Coke to kind of give a little caffeine kick, and I really, really appreciate you guys coming down this early.
It was fun. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thanks.